Welcome into another episode of your mom's favorite podcast, the Gold Standard College Basketball Show with your boys Big Pup and Bobby Hoops. Hoops, how you feeling tonight?
Feeling good, baby. I'm gonna
Yeah,
pop a top on my Awala.
there we go.
Have a sip of water. You're going for the heavier stuff.
Yeah, it's just straight to the brown stuff, brown water.
I'm within arm's reach of mine. I could join you. We'll see. We'll see how this goes.
We'll see how it goes. I mean,
maybe we'll get into that later.
I think I'm already getting into it. Not that I haven't done it before, but mainly of being literally to the level of no hope and mope that I've joked about previously, but I'm so there and beyond it that I don't. Whatever. We'll get into it later.
We got some stuff to talk about there.
Yeah, we've got a lot to talk about. We've I don't know about you, but I've gotten a plethora of text messages like usual. It's just like Cousin Wes, like, where's my episode? When are you going to launch? Are you all,
When's the show?
Is the podcast dead?
Yes.
And I'm like, hey, dude, like, chill. I'm not even going to be like, hey, run your own show. Like, I respect it. I respect that. Hey, where's my content?
Wondering aloud over the airways, what if we made this Patreon only?
Mm-hmm.
How you think we'd make like $15?
Like a month?
We'd really find out how many listeners we have.
Yeah.
How many people are actually like this show if they're willing to throw us $1.
All of our biggest fans are like, hey, I love you, but I don't love you that much.
Yeah, which is, I don't blame them, really.
That's a fair point. Like,
there's a plethora of college basketball podcasts out there that I listen to.
Yeah, totally get it.
We were just like, hey,
talking about the blue.
Might as well have another one out there.
Sure,
2 yahoos could do it.
I do think it'd be funny if we just jokingly floated it out to be like, hey, big group text. Would anybody pop in for a Patreon? Yeah. No filter.
Ooh,
on that paywall.
Explicit tag.
I'd get in trouble. Yeah. I do love periodically somebody be like, Dee will be like, did your episode say explicit? And I'm like, yeah, I said like one thing. It probably would have been fine because at that point I know it's 3/4 of the way through, and so you probably didn't even get that far into it. But just in case you did, you can't say I didn't put the tag on it.
Yeah, I'm just picturing that conversation between you and her, and then I'm picturing Jeremy Jam, just shrugging. You just got jammed.
You just got jammed. What are you going to do about it? All right. Well, I think we should jump into some segments. What do you say? How about a little round ball around the country?
Seg it up.
Let's do it. Hey, a couple scores around the country that's just happened the past couple days. Cincinnati walks into Allen Fieldhouse, lays the hammer to Kansas, 84-68. Wes Miller, maybe save your job? Who's to say? I don't know.
Dude, and they got almost pretty much a full game of Darren Peterson.
Yeah, 32 minutes.
32 minutes. Yes. I mean, maybe they're better without him. They beat Arizona without him.
Who's to say? Well, again, just
hey, update on my Washington Wizards and who I want them to draft. Darren Peterson off the list.
Oh,
I don't want Darren Peterson.
Wow. Have you communicated this with your local folks?
No, not really. Maybe this is breaking news then for me. I don't like the vibes. I don't like that they're winning the big games without him. I don't really understand at this point why he's playing at all. If they keep talking about he's got illnesses and cramps and I've even seen some people post stuff of like, no, the injury stuff's real. Look at his senior year high school tape. And how much more
senior year high school
lift he has on his jumper and how much more athletically like, okay, like if that's true and he is, like, I don't understand at this point like how this is going for him and for Kansas. How is this helping him at all? Like, he's already considered to be a lottery pick. and with every weird game that he kind of plays and then sits or sits out, and it's kind of unclear. It just seems like he's just hurting himself.
Well, then
Like,
you've got the
just be
one
done with
video.
it.
Yeah, you got the one video. Crap, I don't. It may have been the Arizona game or whatever. It was a home game, and there's a video that leaked out. It was like the assistant PR guy for Kansas basketball, and he's typing a text message to somebody that was about Darren Peterson, to the effect that he just said, "Yeah, I mean, Bill called them out and was like, if you're just going to sit out, then like just sit out, don't half-ass it."
Which,
And then like just was a no-show that night, and they ran cover for him, and he just like, what are we doing?
I don't get it.
We're not even Kansas fans, and we're annoyed by it. Like, well,
If
probably because it's just become more of a bit at this point.
if I'm Bill Self and I don't need this.
No,
I'm a Hall of Famer. I don't need and clearly this team, sure, you would like to have up there's Derek Peterson, who's given a damn and playing his hardest, but
right.
they've clearly been good enough without him. They've won a lot of big games and won other big games with him. What a weird dynamic of our best player. We don't really know if he's going to play, and we don't know how much he's going to play every single night.
We'll see.
So I don't really know. I don't know how anybody could be confident in yeah, this is how Kansas is going to be the rest of the year. They're just a total question mark.
Yeah, 100%. Especially when you try to spin zone it, like, well, if he does play, could there be Final Four good? And then to your point, you're kind of like, well, I don't know, maybe they're Final Four good without him.
They just got the most from him that they've had in months, and they got crushed by a barely over 500 Cincinnati.
Sorry, we were just talking about it. Yeah,
at home.
Yeah, they got
well, and then there was that picture floating around all over the internet of Cincinnati's huddled on the court, and 4 Kansas Jayhawks are huddled around the court, and Darren Peterson's on the other end of the court by himself. And it was I know it's probably lucky shot in that moment, but it is pretty that's kind of how it's been this year. Mm-hmm. Darren does his own thing, and the rest of the team is together.
Welcome to the DP show.
Yeah.
Hope everybody else is cool tagging along.
It is pretty funny when people say his nickname is DNP.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't even know that his middle initial.
I don't even know if his middle initials M, but
I'm going to assume it is.
It works well.
Darren Nathaniel. I'm just going to go with that. Yeah, sounds great. Sure. DNP. A couple other wins we noted. Zona took a big win at Houston, 73-66. Duke beats Michigan 68-63 on Saturday night in Washington, D.C. I had another one. NC State had a massive win over North Carolina, 82-58. This one, I made note because St. John's went over to Providence. They won 79-69, got their lick back. However, there were 6 ejections in that one ball game. Because why not?
I love it.
Just why not? If you're unaware, Providence beat St. John's in Madison Square Garden a couple weeks earlier, or maybe it was 10 days. I don't remember how long it was, but St. John's goes to Providence. I can't remember the guy's name for Providence, but ultimately it was a tie ball game. Providence may have been up a couple points. Former Kentucky basketball player and former Providence basketball player.
Yeah.
I don't even know why I'm blanking on his name all of a sudden.
Bryce Underwood or Bryce Hopkins. Bryce
Hopkins, yes, thank you. So Bryce, I don't know exactly what the play happened. It was like a steal or something. He gets the ball thrown up to him up court. He's going in for a layup. Guy from Providence with an absolute jackwagon haircut. It's just piece of fur ball on the back of his neck, essentially.
He's got nothing up top, and then a big old patch on the back of his head.
Can't even be he's got the Bozo the Clown looks. No, he just patch of hair on the back. He, instead of making a play on the ball, which he completely had the ability to do, just decided to take basically his entire forearm and crank it over Bryce's head. And which then leads into this whole melee. He's like still throwing hands at Bryce, and
it was
who
such
knows?
it was such a cheap shot. So dirty.
It was stupid. And like kudos to Rick. He didn't really like lean much into it. He was just kind of like, yeah, I mean, it was a dumb play, but like whatever. We just kept playing ball, which good for him. He knew how to handle that. However, remind Providence's head coach,
Kim English.
Kim English. Kim kind of did, but then he like kind of took up for him. It was a little weird. It was odd to see him like use it. Like are we trying to toe the line here?
Yeah, I don't know. I think
like,
Kim's
is it because
grasping at straws? It's not gone great for him there.
No, it hasn't gone great, and he knows that. Everybody knows that. Like Providence is a basketball town. Like that's their thing. They love it. They want to win. They want to have a winner as a coach. And I think seems like Kim's a decent dude.
Sure.
I think
I've not heard a bad thing about him. I just think it's just not working there.
It's not working. But then you like try to do the weird toe the line thing and whatever. I guess it's just you don't want to blatantly say like my guy's an idiot or the complete opposite direction. But all I have to say is I did love that over the PA announcer, like he commits the foul and within 5 seconds over the PA, they immediately say he's ejected from the game. Like they didn't even wait for the referees to say, hey, you're gone. They just like, he's gone. Out of here.
Shut case.
But, kudos to that guy. He also got a round of applause as he was walking out, which was like, what the hell are we doing? Like, this isn't WWE.
Yeah.
Like, come on. So that happened. But yeah, there ended up being 4 or 5 ejections from that moment. And then there was an ejection later on in the game. So I was like, honestly, maybe this is just what everybody was hoping for with Big East basketball. Like, we're back.
Yeah, it's a very Big East game. I think those refs probably got in the refs locker room after, and there was like, yeah, we did great.
Actually, this was pretty awesome.
How many ejections? 6? Yeah.
Let me
ref show.
About to get a raise off that one.
Yeah.
A couple other actually quick unfortunate notes. Big time players around the country who got hurt and are done for the season. JT Toppin from Texas Tech, Richie Saunders from BYU, both somehow got torn ACLs, and then Caleb Wilson from UNC, I think he broke his hand. So, like, that sucks, especially if you're just a hoop head and you're like, hey, I'm looking forward to the fact that March is a week away. Everything's coming together. It's about to really get fired up, and then you have to sit there and think, oh, crap. I mean, from a product standpoint, there's going to be games. I mean, some of these teams, like UNC won tonight against Loserville. Who knows? They could be fine.
Well, isn't there some report out there that Caleb's not done for the year?
Yes. I'll be shocked if – I mean, unless they're just working under the, like, he broke his hand, but it's not as bad as we thought.
Yeah. It's a shooting hand. Obviously, that's kind of it's probably smart to just pack it in, man. But I respect it that he wants to come back.
He should probably talk to DP's agent, just like, hey, what would DP do if he broke his hand? Yeah, I mean, teams they'll figure it out. I mean, BYU's obviously still got AJ DeBanson. Texas Tech still rolling kind of like a machine for the most part. I mean, they won almost by 30 points against, I think they played Kansas State,
yeah. Without did JT Toppin get hurt in that game, or was that a couple days ago?
It was a couple days before.
Yeah.
But I mean, they still look like a machine.
They look pretty good.
Hey, I did want to make this note real quick, and I do have a question after I say it. So, big analytics guy, Evan Miyakawa, just for any of those, if you're interested on like what's the nerds out there say.
He's
on his graphic,
king nerd.
Yes. On his graphic, he had posted just the other day. It was like basically upper right-hand corner. He's got a quadrant that just is carved out to say like title favorites based off of analytics. So here's the teams that fit that quadrant right now: Illinois, Purdue, Florida, Houston, Arizona, Duke, Michigan. Right now, would you take one of those teams to win the title or the field? If you,
one of those.
yeah,
One of those, yeah, definitely.
I think that's how I felt too.
Was it
No,
the one that the graph that he puts out there that is it's basically like offensive efficiency by defensive efficiency, and that's how you
yeah,
get the elite teams up there. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
history shows it's gonna most likely be one of those 10 teams.
yeah. I think it's gonna be one of them. I mean, you may, but well, we'll see. There's probably, I mean, Tennessee, Arkansas, Michigan State. I'm trying to think who else. Maybe Gonzaga. I can't remember exactly off that graphic, but there were still teams that were like this close to being in that same quadrant. Yeah. And basically, even if you're right below it, you still have a great puncher's chance.
Yeah, the one he put out, I think today, the title favorite teams, he lists the last 10 champions have been in this group on Selection Sunday, which as of today is Illinois, Purdue, Florida, Houston, Arizona, Duke, and Michigan.
So are you saying when I'm going through our bracket and we're talking about the NCAA tournament, I shouldn't do the whole like Colgate bit thing, or like maybe?
Hey, still,
not that I didn't pick Colgate to win the whole thing. I'm just saying, like, Miami of Ohio.
I could tell you to do whatever about Colgate. You are gonna do whatever you're gonna do about Colgate.
Yeah,
I know. I have no sway for you on what madness. Well, now what happens if Colgate doesn't even make the tournament this year?
Then I'll just pick it. I'll find a Colgate.
You'll have 2.0. A new Colgate.
Yeah, then I'll ride with them, and then I'll be pissed off when they lose in the first round. And I sit here and think like, well, damn, I had you in the Elite Eight, because I was like, well, if it shakes out.
Does Miami of Ohio count as Colgate worthy? Or are they too good? Still undefeated.
I think they're Colgate worthy. Only because I think I grouped them in the same conversation about like strength of schedule. Like, I mean, if you get in, you get in. Like, I mean, I'm not going to argue that part. But if you're going to have very similar strength of schedules and land anywhere from a like 9 to a 14 seed, then yeah, I'm going to like group you in that same category. Fair to them? Probably not. But for me personally, here in Powell, just ball knower by myself, yeah. That's just how it rolls.
Respect that.
Yeah. And then they'll probably end up doing the exact opposite of what I pick them to do. I may be like, hey, you know what? The buck stops here. You know, it was good. You won the MAC regular season title. You won the MAC conference tournament first round.
Respect.
And then, but I was just curious. When I saw that graphic, I thought, I'm gonna ask Hoops if he would take one of them or Field, and I think I've joined the boat on you on that one. All right. Anything else about round ball across the country? You good on that?
All I had, just quickly, because we kind of had like a Final Four matchups this week.
We did.
Between Duke and Michigan, Arizona, Houston. Part 2 of Wizards draft pick Central over here. Darren Peterson
just drooling over Yaxel.
Oh no. Well, I mean, he's very good, but I was not drooling over him. Cam Boozer, please. Cam Boozer, come to Washington. He's incredible.
Please.
18, 10, and 7 against number 1 Michigan. I mean, led Duke in everything. 4 offensive rebounds. I mean, that game was the spectacle felt like it was there. I don't know that it like lived up fully to like just like both teams didn't shoot great. It was a little bit sloppy. There's maybe some questionable officiating depending on who you ask. A rogue goaltending call late in the game. I didn't think it was that bad of a call, but I understand.
Do have one theory I heard about the game.
Oh, what'd you hear?
I heard Duke pull the Duke, and they intentionally said, "Hey, let's do a neutral site game, but let's play it in DC." but they intentionally picked DC because DC is one of the regions in the NCAA tournament. And guess who would end up there if they got to the Sweet 16 Elite Eight game? Duke.
That is a
I
good.
mean,
Folks, if you're just listening, he did put on a tinfoil hat before he say that. Anyway, that was a great. Just Cam Boozer, please be a wizard. Houston and Arizona. All I want to say is, your boy placed a little bit on this podcast. Mentioned a few months ago. I don't know. Arizona,
like 10 days ago.
Put a little. I mean, it's been a little bit.
Yeah,
my little wager of Zona winning it all, looking pretty good right now. The only team in college basketball in the last 25 years, besides Kansas in 2011, to have 3 top 5 road wins this year. They are dang good.
Are the boys humming?
Oh, I mean, if you ask me right now who I think's winning it all, it's Arizona.
Cooking.
They can, and they're like, how do you want it? You want to play fast? Great. We'll beat you like that. You want to play slow? Great. Beat you like that.
Yeah,
physical? No, who cares? Perimeter? Great.
We got Tobe. No problem.
Yeah, got Tobe. Oh, Tobe, I miss you. Anyway, those are my. Also, I don't know if you wanted to say this for later, but I just have a question for you, and is that, are you raising your voice at me?
What do you mean? I'm not raising my voice.
Yeah, dude. We're recording.
No, you don't have to get so defensive.
You raising your voice at me? Folks, Mick Cronin has lost his mind.
Again? No, not Mick Cronin. Damn it. All right, for context, set it up. I mean, it was post Michigan State game.
Michigan State, and that was last Tuesday.
Yep.
UCLA, it's not gone great this year. They did have a big win on Saturday.
They did against Illinois.
Kind of an amazing bounce back considering what happened last week. But yeah, you can set it up a little better than me.
Well, the short answer is, so UCLA goes on the road to Michigan State, thinking like, all right, it's going to be competitive. We'll see what happens. Nobody's probably expecting a whole lot. Maybe Michigan State by 10. Who knows? Like, feeling pretty good. Well, Michigan State ended up thumping them straight, belt to cheeks on that one. Mm-hmm. And come to find out, there was a former Michigan State player who had transferred to UCLA. Don't know the guy's name, but it came out later that was why I believe it was a younger reporter, not a student reporter for Michigan State. It was just I think it was just a younger individual. Well, young guy raised his hand, says, "Hey, Cronin, what did you think about the Michigan State student section talking to said player?" And he looks over and says, "I don't give a rat's ass about the Michigan State student section." I mean, quickly, you could tell the kid's like, okay, like, got it.
Oh,
yeah, like, well, aggressive, but just curious.
And then he like doubles down.
So yeah, then he moves on to a different reporter. They start asking their question, and he then flips back around to said guy, and he's like, "Oh, you know what? Kudos to you. I'll give you the award for maybe the dumbest question I've ever heard in my life."
It was so aggressive and so
you could probably tell that guy's moved on. He's just like continuing to report, and now he's probably in a place where he's like, you know, I'm here. So he starts discussing with him. He's like, man,
like kind of like defending his question a little bit, just like or even just like trying to clarify his point, just like, oh no, what I meant was, and then Cronin goes off.
Cronin interrupts him in the middle of it and just goes, "Are you raising your voice at me?
Are you raising your voice at me?" And the guy's like, no. I'm like, yes, you are. Dude, everyone's here. This is being recorded.
There's cameras. Everybody can hear you right now. It was
baffling. It was
if you love gaslighting techniques, that was prime.
Yes.
A+ gaslighting technique
Yes, Big Papa and I saw that, and immediately they're texting each other like, "Can't wait to use this one on my wife." Like that's end up in the doghouse so fast.
It'll be worth it.
Worth
7 days doghouse bound. Vacay.
You raising your voice at me?
Voicing me.
Crazy. I mean, and it's like it's one of those moments of like this is why college basketball will always be just the best. Is coaches, crazy coaches who are like emotionally developmentally stunted. That's that is your reaction to a simple question that you are so mad and in front of all these cameras in your face, and you go nuts on this report. It's like
you get paid so much money to take questions. Like this is required of you, and I know. I'm sure you're like, I hate doing the whole like I gotta go talk after a loss. Nobody wants to talk. You're pissed off. That's fine. You get paid a lot of money.
That's what the money's for, big fella.
To go to maybe talk. I don't know. I sit here and watch Mo do it post loss for 4 minutes or less. So I imagine if you talk for maybe 5, everybody around the room is going to be like, that's short, but like whatever. They'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Like bad loss, you're pissed off. You got to go get on the plane, fly home to California. But no.
Yeah, sure.
No. We had to get the lasso and just bring it
so
on back home. So, yes, I think
this is also like 30 minutes after he ejected one of his own players from the game.
Yes.
One of his own guys has a hard foul down late. I guess it was a flagrant foul. It was probably a little, I don't know.
It wasn't egregious as the Providence guy's foul.
No,
it was like,
it was a hard foul. It wasn't a cheap shot, but it was a hard foul. And Mick Cronin leads his own player back to the locker room.
You go.
It's like this guy
stinks.
This guy's just must watch television. That's so good. That's all. That's the rest of what I had to say.
Well, that's great. I'm so glad you brought that up. I'd forgotten. Like, gosh, dude just wants to be fired so bad. Just give him his check. Get out of town.
Well, then they turn around and beat number 10 Illinois on Saturday in overtime. Like
he's like, I can't deal with this. I just want to get out of Westwood and go home to Cincinnati. Yeah, we were supposed to blow it. All right, that was round ball around the country. Couple conference notes, real quick. For anybody who cares, big win for Alabama versus Arkansas, double OT, 117-115. We unfortunately didn't get we like semi kind of watched it live at small group. We were having our phones up. I felt a little bit like a kid.
We were just eyeing each other, watching that score go up and up and up and up.
I felt like dual kid at like going to local church group on a Wednesday night, and instead of listening, you're just like watch something on your phone, or at a wedding doing the classic. Like I'm trying to watch the ball game here while an official wedding ceremony is going on. Because Acuff dropped 49 points.
It's like someone sitting across from us trying to share their life and what's going on, and we're whispering each other. Darius Acuff has 49 points.
He's 16 of 27 from Philadelphia.
This is crazy.
Are you seeing this damn?
Oh my gosh!
Well, we got Philon with 35 points, and he's 11 of 21 shooting. And then we're like, it's my turn. Okay, hold on. Sorry, let me put my phone down. Also, did you notice that Chicken Man said Acuff was in a boot for 2 days prior to that game?
He was.
He played 50 minutes. And
it was reported. It wasn't just him. Yeah, Acuff also like on. There's like an embarrassment of riches in this draft. It's like between Boozer, Acuff, AJ DeBanza, like I want those guys on my like. Oh, he's in a boot the other night, or DeBanza's playing 40 minutes against Iowa State, and Boozer's doing it. It's like this is so great.
Hey, have your pick. Have your pick of the week.
These guys just, God, it's great.
Never mind. I'm not going to talk about my Magic. Yeah, that was a big win for them. The only other 2 games I noted was Mizzou had a big win against Vanderbilt and almost blew it at the end. I was
yeah.
I was about to be so impressed by just the moments of like I can't believe that actually happened.
Yeah.
Vanderbilt comes down, and I think it's basically within the last 5 seconds, they come down, dribble it, hit a quick three. They're down 81-80. Missouri inbounds the ball with like a second and a half, maybe 2 seconds. Guy kind of lollygag, just throws it up down the court. I don't really think he had much of a plan. Like he saw his teammate and was like, well, I'll just throw it.
It's like, what?
And it ends up just lands right in the Vanderbilt player's breadbasket. And he
For a half-court shot.
gathers himself, launches it, almost drains it. Like hits side of the rim, banks off. Oh, it just.
It's those moments where you just are like, yeah, that's a kid. That's a kid panicking in a big moment. They're just kids. They're just kids.
They're just kids, man. But like,
they're just kids.
Other game. This actually, I can't remember if the Mississippi State Auburn game was the same night as Bama or if it was the night.
Oh yeah.
Bama that on Wednesday, so they would play Tuesday. Mississippi State beat Auburn in Starkville 91-85, and Josh Hubbard went off for 46 points. He went 10 of 16 for threes. I think he had 35 in the first half.
Yep. That's exactly what he did.
Sit there and pisses me off, sitting there thinking of like, oh, I did know that we tampered a little bit and tried to get the dude to leave Starkville and come to Lexington. No, can't do that. Nope. He just had to stay. Oh my God.
I think
he's feast or famine, like to the extreme.
Totally. Yeah, Mississippi State lives and dies with their 5'9", 5'10" chucker of a point guard who truly can. He did it for a half against Tennessee. Yeah, he could put the ball in the basket, but that's all they got.
Yeah, that's it. If he's not putting up, he'd have to be averaging probably. I don't know what his stats are, but if it's not 25 a game or more, that's kind of what all they got. Hey, I did want to read off if the SEC tournament started today. Here's your rankings. If you're ready.
Let's go.
This is for anybody if you're into the whole sicko stuff. The website is bball.notnothing.net.
Oh,
don't know how they came up with that, but this has been around for a couple of years now. But it's whoever the individual is, like, God, shout out to them. They basically have generated it where it's an automatic system of if everybody. The way it's normally set up is based off of like KenPom, I think is where he normally he or she grabs it from, of saying KenPom predictions. If everything goes the way KenPom predicts it and moves along, that's how we got, which I'll describe here in a second, what we got. But you can tinker with it. It's like, hey, what if my team, Kentucky, goes 4-0? Like, then you can start picking and changing. Like, well, okay, if we go 4-0, and like, all right, well, what if Texas A&M drops these 2 games? You're kind of sitting there, thinking like, oh, we maybe got something. It's just, it's a great tool for hopium.
Yeah.
If you want to live there. Me, I'm kind of like, I kind of do, but I also am like also want chaos for myself, which I'll get into later. So today, though, if the SEC tournament started, here's who would be playing. I'm going to start on Friday and work backwards.
Oh, okay.
Knowing that Super Bowl Wednesday is always the biggest day anyway. Sunday's stupid. Your number 1 seed would be Florida. 2 would be Tennessee. Your 3 seed would be Arkansas, and your 4 seed would be Alabama, all starting on Friday. Thursday, winner. Actually, sorry. These teams would get a one round
first round bye.
So, yeah. 5 seed is Vanderbilt. 6 is Texas A&M. 7 Missouri. 8 Georgia. And then we move back to everybody's favorite day of the tournament, Wednesday, baby. General admission, $10 tickets. Everybody line the hell up for the clown show. We are getting rowdy.
Yeah.
Everybody's coming in their damn clown buses, and they got the red noses on, like, all right, let's party. Okay, here we go. Number 9 seed, Auburn. 10 seed, Cats. 11 seed Texas, 12 Mississippi State, 13 Oklahoma, 14 Ole Miss, 15 LSU, and coming up at the rear end, 16 South Carolina. So,
Gosh,
that'd be today. So embarrassing, but it's so good. It's my favorite tournament. I love it, and it pisses me off.
it really is a great tournament.
It's so good. I wish the format was like the SBC we've talked about, like the way that they generate it and everything. But
yes,
it's so good.
It really is, and it's funny how like over the years now, especially like the last few years, how the SEC tournament, like how in like the weird ways that it does matter for the big tournament, and then the ways it doesn't matter. Because it's
Right.
like some teams, it's like if you're more of a bubble team, like, well, you better go win a game or two in the SEC tournament. But if you are one of the top teams, like winning it seems to do nothing.
Right.
Yeah,
and then
it doesn't change any. It's like this is so stupid.
Yeah.
I don't understand, but it's also great because
it's great because then you get to talk to you talk to different individuals, and one will tell you like, no, like it's always been this way for years where by Sunday, like the bracket's pretty much already made. Like we'll watch, but it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Even if your team loses in the chip, like there's a chance you still get ranked higher than the other team.
Yeah.
And then there's other people that are like, no, like I wait until the final buzzer on Sunday evening to then submit what my bracket should be.
Yeah.
But it's great. It just makes for great.
I just hate to get to a point where people feel like they have an argument. Just like if you're one of the top teams, if you get the double bye, like just treat it like a practice. Because who cares about winning? It's like, no, man, go win the SEC tournament.
Yeah, and if you need an example, like just watch any clip of Chicken Man for the last 10 years. I mean, that's all I got to say. There's plenty of clips.
Yeah.
Viral.
Yeah.
Do you want to know? Ironically, I was going to jokingly say, do you want to know who Tennessee's opponent could possibly be?
Is it Kentucky?
I was going to say, so it would be the winners of anywhere between Kentucky, LSU, and Missouri. So Kentucky, LSU, winner then plays Missouri, and then the winner would play Tennessee.
It is. I mean, we'll get into it more. Talking about it's like, would it not be for two historic collapses against Kentucky? This Tennessee team would just like we'd be up there in like the two seed conversation. Like,
yep,
it is amazing how like much of a damper those two losses have put on this season. When in reality, and like. This team's in good shape and playing really good basketball.
Yep.
And got a really big win on Saturday. But those two it's like I've been saying to people this whole time, everything that you're going to get into talking about your team and the state you're in, like I can't even as a rival really laugh about it. Because my stupid team blew 2 double-digit leads to them. So God.
If I was going to say, yeah, understandable. It's like Tony Basilio popping off and be like, they stink and they know they stink. And we have to say, yeah.
I can't say I can't. They beat us twice. So part of me is like, yeah, I would like another crack at them.
Sure.
This is what I do. This is how I talk myself
into cups off, bro.
Into throwing the cup. And being like, surely to goodness, we're not going to lose. We can't blow a double-digit lead a third time to this team, even though Mark Pope's got a 19-16 record in the SEC. He stinks. Oh, but he's 4-1 against Tennessee. How?
Just because he thinks Nashville matters.
God,
that would. I mean, you talk about a legitimate clown show. If that happened, and I've always strongly believe in it is so hard to beat a team 3 times in 1 year. I think I've only seen it.
Didn't happen last year.
It did happen last year. I was going to say, I think the only time I've seen Kentucky pull it off. I was gonna say there was one year they had beaten Florida maybe 3 times, but I think it was like maybe they met them in the championship game.
Yeah.
Maybe that may have been 2012. But point is, just really hard. And
Yep.
We'll see. Cool. Conference note wise, that's all I got. Do you have any other notes from your end about around the league?
There was a really funny moment. I think it was middle of last week. The Georgia Oklahoma game. I think it was Georgia and Oklahoma. The game had to be delayed for a while because a popcorn machine caught on fire in the concourse. That's just a really great image. Past going around blue sky.
I remember there was a camera. Yes, it was like from the sideline.
Yeah.
Looking at Oklahoma's bench, and then like up here it would almost be like, if you can see it'd be like popcorn machines up here.
Yep.
Way in the
it's like
background,
way up in the upper deck.
But
it's just one of those moments where you're like, that is good content that will be used forever when Oklahoma is sucking at something. Throw up the picture of the on fire popcorn machine.
Porter Moser. Popcorn machine.
Popcorn machine. That's all I got.
Okay. I'm so glad you mentioned that. Well, I think what everybody really loves to dig into is we talk about our teams. And if anybody wants to take a damn guess, you could probably tell how I'm going to get into it. Do you have much happier notes? I mean, yes. Last time we were together, it was right before Tennessee, Kentucky took the court up in Lexington.
Second. Yeah.
For the second time. And I actually was trying to go back and look through the transcript from that episode because I was trying to figure out, like, I knew I said almost a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but I was kind of like, well, whatever. I mean, we won once. Like, I guess I'll ride with my team on this one. And I think I said Cats by 2. And they ended up winning by 3. And I was just kind of like, that was pretty close. How about that? But then from there, the bottom has dropped out, and it's just been awesome. They've lost their last 3 games, and they have a legit chance for the next 4 starting tomorrow night. Talk about the cup being off. Speaking of, you never responded to my message in Discord when I said, should it be on or off for the South Carolina game? The South Carolina Gamecocks. I'm legit concerned, overly concerned for mother-loving South Carolina, who is in the bottom 4. What did I just read off that graphic? They would have been the 16 seed.
Yeah.
16 seed, the last place team. I'm unbelievably worried they could roll into Columbia, South Carolina, and possibly lose tomorrow night. And if they do, they could, like, it could spiral. Lose the next 4 because then you play Texas A&M, Vandy, and Florida. Okay. I've got plenty of notes.
Come on.
Talk balls first, or should?
Hey, you've already. Come on with it.
I've already started leading into it.
So come on with it.
Let our boy cook. All right.
I looking at the I watched most of the second half of the not to bury the lead. I'm sure I don't know what order you're going to go in, but that loss to Auburn the other night was astounding to watch.
I took notes on each game. So, like, they lost to Florida on the road 92-83, came back home, lost to Georgia 86-78, went back on the road.
Florida, I mean, it's hard to get too upset.
The weird thing about the Florida game was this has been the epitome of pretty much this season. They could get down double digit at any point in time, right?
Cardiac
like we watched
cat.
it with Tennessee. Yeah. Comeback Cats, cardiac Cats, you name it. Like, we feel it all. We see it. But they get down double digit. And sometimes it's like 20 points back where you're like, we're done. We're cooked. There's no evidence to show that you're going to do something. And then all of a sudden they flip it around and you're kind of like, maybe we have something here. Like, okay, maybe the $22 million we spent, we got something, even with injuries. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I remember feeling at the Florida game, I was like, well, I didn't expect to win. Like, I think I was more annoyed. I took these notes that I believe it's pronounced Klavzar, just a guard who came off the bench. He had 19 points. He shot 5-11 from 3.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it felt a little bit one of those games because Florida coming into it was ranked 350th in the entire country. By the way, there's 360, I believe, Division I men's basketball team. So 10 off from the bottom. Shooting wise, as a team for 350th, not great. But hey, they hit double digit 3-pointers. Good for them. Xavier Lee, he had 22, 4 of 7 from 3. Aberqueen, good game, 19 points, 8 of 21. Not awesome, but whatever. Homecoming for him. He was on the championship team. You could tell he was trying to
yeah, of course.
He was trying to get in his bag, show off. Well, I shouldn't say show off. I just maybe put the weight on his shoulders a little bit. Be like, got a big crowd here, got a lot of family and friends in the game. Let me try to put on a show. And I think he missed probably his first 4 or 5 shots, which was like, all right, get the nerves out. But then he picked it up. It was nice. Otega, you're only going to hear me. Really, the only bright side of these 3 games is Otega, but he still went 4 of 14, not great.
Yeah.
Georgia, I just noted maybe the most athletic team outside of Arkansas in the league.
Yeah, they got some dudes.
I mean, flying up and down the floor was
cannon catching.
He's putting it lightly.
Cyril, I mean, Blue Cane, dude. Blue Cane's just good.
Damn it, Blue. Yeah, he had 20 points. Wilkinson came off the bench with 19 points. Otega had I was about to say he had a career night, but he actually had a career night against Auburn. Otega had 28, went 11 of 18, 3 of 5 from 3. That was Georgia's first win in Rupp since 2009. And you know what was funny about that year? Mark Fox, who was an assistant coach at Kentucky, had been fired at Georgia, and they had an assistant coach who was the interim roll into Lexington. He won against Billy Clyde. So that's cool.
Billy Clyde.
And then that's the first back-to-back wins for Georgia against Kentucky since the 1920s. What do I do with that? Okay. Moving on. So Auburn, one guy who transferred from Mississippi State, Keyshawn Murphy, he had 25 points and 10 rebounds. And that's not even the guy that in the game plan that was like, well, you need to look out for this guy, which was it's funny. I believe it's Keyshawn
Murphy.
But it's Keyshawn Hall.
Oh yeah. Keyshawn Hall. Yeah,
I think they both have very similar first names. All I have to say is that was the one that was drumming up the volume of hey, we got to look out for this dude. He ended up having 10 points, but he shot 3 of 15. So I'm like, well, great. 3 of 15 field goals, probably feeling pretty good if you shut him down.
Pettiford didn't have a great game either.
Nope. But Otega, best game he's had of his career. Even combined with Oklahoma time. He went 29 points, 11 of 20 shooting, and you ended up losing a tip-in basket with 1.2 seconds left. And here we are. Still got Mo making weird comments after the game on the mic. You had texted me after kindly you'd give me some space, and then you just text me the next day, and I just responded with the GIF multiple times from Parks and Rec when Andy's just sitting there looking through the window. It's the factory.
Yeah.
The sugar drinks, whatever it's called. I can't remember, but he just is staring.
Sweetums.
He's like, yeah, Sweetums. That's right. He's like, it's fine. Just life doesn't make any sense. It's fine. Nothing matters. It's fine. I legitimately don't know. I feel like I'm stuck in this chaotic spin zone of wanting to either be angry or what I legitimately felt after the Auburn game, which was I told Didi, I actually didn't feel angry. I just felt pretty deflated. I'm like, whatever, dude. And I've heard Matt Jones say this a lot on KSR when people call in. They're like, I'm done. I don't care. This team sucks, whatever. And he's been saying it for like the last couple of years, especially with the end of Cal. And he's like, no. Like, apathy means like you do not care. If you didn't care, you wouldn't call into the show.
Exactly.
You wouldn't verbally tell me all these things, right? Like, you wouldn't have watched the game.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't still go to the game if you're a season ticket, all this stuff.
Yeah.
Which I agree. He's right. I would say if apathy is like here, I'm not too far off though. Like I'm in between of apathy and like pure. I want to be just so mad of what I'm watching this product and thinking all the stuff behind the scenes. And as I told you, like now I'm finding myself doing the classic like internet fights with idiots who are working behind a burner on Instagram, don't even have a profile picture. Or dudes like call me an idiot on the Blue Sky account. And usually I just end up telling them, I'm like, either like one, like, hey, are you okay? Or two, hey, like the way you talk's pretty boring. I'm just not going to discuss this anymore. Have a good night. And just move on. And then they like try to fire back with 3 more comments. And I'm like, no, it's okay. You don't have to get so defensive.
It's over.
It's over.
Are you?
I already told you you're yeah. I'm like, no. I already hit you with the like you're boring. I'm moving on thing.
I'll give you kudos. That's the dumbest point I've ever heard.
That's the dumbest comment I've ever heard.
Well, I think like based on what you're saying, it's like I think there's a difference between apathy and the realization that Pope's just not the guy. This team is what it is. You're going to get some wins. You're going to lose some stupid ones. The standard is the standard, as we like to say about Kentucky. And, like, he ain't it. And so.
No. And I don't want to personally. I had this thought the other day. I'm like, well, I live by it. The standard is the standard. But, like, do I need to rearrange what the standard is? Like, do I just need to live in a new reality that's like, well, I joke a lot about, or at least post comments of like gold standard behavior or, greatest tradition of college basketball, figuring out another way to lose a game, stupid stuff like that. And I'm like, maybe like we have to move on from, unless somebody else is in charge that can really flip it around.
Mm-hmm.
If it's going to be Moat, then I probably just have to live in the new reality that like he is what he is. He's like you said, he's going to win games that is going to drive the other fan base absolutely bananas, and they're going to think, I cannot believe we lost to this dude.
Yeah. Well, and it's like I feel like,
and then he's going to lose games at home, and other ones that you're thinking like, we don't lose at home. This is so stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's going to have stupid comments like he does after the game when he makes the like, we'll get into this comment about, supposedly getting cheated by the refs at Auburn.
The mother effers.
Those mother effers. I swear, Mitch, if they come after me, screw them. They can't find me. I didn't say nothing about cheating. How they cheated us. We're just finding new ways to hit a different low that I didn't think we could get to. I just have to like figure out how to deal with it, or I tell them, piss off. The standard is the standard, and I'm not going to accept below it. And I think I kind of like living there because a lot of other people, especially in the Kentucky fan base online, like, well, like injuries. Well, like what? And I'm like, stop making excuses. This is Kentucky. Stop. It's okay. We have 8 national championships. Like we have a history. You can say it's not acceptable. And when Moat gets in front of a mic at his April 14th press conference 2 years ago, and he's like, titles only matter, Nashville matters, all of the correct stuff, which was just basically the opposite of Cal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, great. You said all the things that we all feel because
that's the expectation.
You played it, you did it, you believe, like you accomplished it.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're making comments of, well, you can't steal our power. The fans, anybody, I mean, like, he made that I think he tried to make like a generalization deal when he was mainly picking about the refs, because that was the question of like, what did you think about the refs at that moment at the end of the game? But he, like, as he was rattling off, he mentioned the fans. And I was like, oh, we're getting close. We are getting so close to watching this dude fall apart. When you start blaming the fans as if it's their fault for you losing, it's Jover. Jover, as the late well, it's not late, but as one famous theologian has used, Bobby Hoops, when you get hit with the Jover stamp,
it's Jover.
It's done. It's done.
Over.
Cal did it.
Dunskies.
Fat Boy did it with football. Like, when you start thinking it's the fans' fault or somehow manipulating, like, well, there's just this like part of the fan base. It's not everybody, but there's this one part. Like, it's done. It doesn't matter. You're done.
No, because it's like I hear what you're saying of like reevaluating the reality and expectations, and it's like the days of Kentucky being like the jewel of the crown jewel of the SEC, like that's not the thing anymore. The conference has risen so much in basketball. Correct. But like it's still Kentucky. It's still a blue blood. You have the ability to have a $22 million roster. Like, you have a fan base that is rabid for success, that will plan their vacation around going to watch this team play. And we're not going to the beach. We're not going to Disney World. We're going to Starkville to watch Kentucky play basketball. Like, you have like what is afforded to you as the coach of the Kentucky basketball team means you don't get a lot of excuses. Like, if it were injuries, then that's one thing, but like it is what it is, man. And like you said, he said it at the press conference, like, you knew what you were signing up for, so don't start making excuses now.
Yeah, like I told you over text, when you've got all of the stuff lined up and available to you, whether it's cash, the ability to recruit, the facilities, like, you name it, you got it. You get everything. There's no guardrails. There's no guardrails in Kentucky for you to be like, you do what you want. You don't have to compete with any other local team. You don't compete against an NBA franchise. You don't compete against an NFL franchise. You don't even compete against MLB other than minor league stuff up in Louisville. Well, they have one in Lexington now. But point is, like, you don't have to worry if you're going to lose the fan base due to some professional team. They don't exist at that level. The only other team in theory you could be like, well, is Louisville, but like, I'll be honest, I don't even think you ever have to worry about like losing the fan base to Louisville. Like, they'll have theirs because they've got a rich history too, but there's so many Kentucky fans who also live in Louisville. Like, it's just, that's what the state cares about, that you never have to ever think, am I about to lose the fan base? The only reason why you lose the fan base is because you lose and you stink, and then potentially start fighting with them.
Yeah.
That's how it goes sour. And I think, I know there's going to be people who have way more of a leash than I do. I mean, I think you have quite a bit of people know me best, that like, when I get sour, it's like, I'm pretty much like full blown. It's like, it's done. I'm ready. I'm moving on. If anybody hasn't picked that up yet, like, probably should go listen to some other episodes. I will say, I think the only way this really turns around is if he goes and hires a GM, and he's got to do that. Like,
well, because like,
I would say tomorrow.
Play to your strengths, man. I feel like that's something I've heard you say about him multiple times, is like, during the game, X's and O's stuff, he's a pretty good coach.
Yeah.
Like, making adjustments and like drawing stuff up, like, that's your strength, man. Like, you're at Kentucky, man. You have the ability to go hire an awesome staff of anyone who's going to be like, that is a lot. That's an upgrade. That's a step up. That's a promotion for most people to go be a GM or be a recruiting coordinator or whatever it is. Like the fact that, based on everything you say, because you're the plugged in one, of this guy just refuses to let go of control of like, nope, I'm going to be in charge of everything.
Yeah.
It's
When
like
you've got
you're
assistant
going to
coaches,
drive yourself out of town.
Yeah. When
with
you've
your
got assistant
unwillingness.
coaches texting an individual who's in this like small Discord group and is like, he has to wake up and go hire a GM. He's literally trying to either take it on all of the weight of onto his shoulders, or it's somehow getting passed along to us, and like we can't do it. We still got to coach, but then you still want us to go to recruit. But there's that weird part where you're like, well, I did hire you to be the recruiting people, and that's a whole conversation of like, why aren't they landing nobody? So, hey, can I read you off the stat real quick about plus and minuses, which take it for whatever it's worth. Some people don't really care. I think it's a pretty decent tool for the sake of looking at a big picture. Even this is off of Twitter. A guy named Adam Stratton from Kentucky Sports Radio. He wrote, in SEC play, every Kentucky starter has a plus minus stat, and every bench player has a negative one. The reserves have to step up. The reserves, do you want to know what their negative stats are? Because it doesn't matter about the other guys. They're all plus. Mo Diabate has a negative 12. I actually wasn't that – it sucks, but I said in one group, I said, I'm actually not frustrated with him. I think Mo gives you what he's got. He's just limited. Like, if he gives you 9 points and 7 rebounds, honestly, I'm going to call it a great night. That's kind of all I got for him. Like, he's a legit 6-man off the bench. Trent Noah, fire him into the sun. He's got a negative 33.
Oh, they really have to play him a lot.
Shucks, send him back to wherever stupid part of Harlem, Kentucky he's from. My girl Jasper Johnson, negative 44. Whew. Shovel him back to overtime elite. What are we doing? And then everybody's favorite, Brandon Garrison. Hoops, do you want to take just a random guess what he's got?
Oh, dude.
Okay, I'll tell you. It's negative 57.
Negative.
How the hell do you have a negative 57? How is it? That is so bad. Actually, here, I want to show you something. It's as bad as this video that somehow found, and it happened at Oklahoma State. It's a really short video, so I'm going to try to.
It's at that point.
Why would? Okay, I'm going to say it. We're how a minute through. Why would that jackass shoot a shot in like pre-routine before a game starts and think, I'm going to jump over the chairs to go back to the locker room?
Yeah.
Like, honestly, that's the epitome of the season.
That is, yeah. I mean,
instead of doing the easy thing, he just go do the complicated thing. Like, hey, you know what? Instead of just walk around the chairs, I'm going to try to jump over these and just flop over them, hit my face.
Fall on my face, yeah.
That's kind of like
how negative 50 what?
Negative 57.
I mean, at that point, I'm wondering, like, is he a double agent for Louisville? Like, is he like, go to that team and just be so like that is so bad that I'm like, it's an inside job.
That'd be pretty good, especially knowing that he got in a fight with them last year, Rupp. Like, that'd be good. That'd be great tinfoil content right there.
So bad that you're like, you've got to be trying to be bad.
It's so bad. It is so. He's had a handful of moments where it makes you think like, oh, okay, like this is like what you saw when you were leaving BYU to come to Kentucky, and you saw these moments at Oklahoma State that was already questionable, but you're like, no, like Burger Boy he did these things like, okay, we're going to take a chance. Got it. But you're praying and hoping that those like few moments that happened at Oklahoma State will come to life and be way more consistent at Kentucky in his second year. And I'm like,
yeah,
he hasn't done, like, it hasn't happened. He's the same dude who showed up on campus a year ago. And you were kind of like, kind of flies up and down the floor like a really happy fifth grader. And you're just kind of like, yeah, baby, throw me the ball. And you're like, I just hope you get the ball at the rim. Like, we'll see what happens. You run 100 miles an hour. Now I'm like, I just watch one play after the other. And like, I can't understand how a dude who's almost 7 feet tall, like, prefers to try to do layups at the rim instead of dunking the ball, and he misses layups. Watches balls bounce off the rim, doesn't go for a rebound, and like watches a guy who's on the floor get the rebound. It just plays like that, and I'm like, I used to get really worked up, and now I'm like, yeah, no, that's about right.
Yep.
Like, of course you got blown by a dude who's 7'2". You got cooked by him, and he barely he dribbled the ball off his foot, picked it back up, and still got by you and dunked the ball. Like, you stink that bad. So, okay, I need to stop. You want to like bring it in, talk about some fun stuff. Like, your team's actually doing good, and it's worth celebrating. You need to talk about it.
I guess I hinted at it earlier that it's been a weird January, February has been weird for this team because, like, for the most part, I mean, since the Florida loss, when Florida just beat the brakes off us, we've won 9 of our last 11 games. We've gutted out some close ones. We've handled business against teams you should handle business against, like Auburn and Ole Miss, Mississippi State, and LSU, and Oklahoma. Like, those were all, like, a couple of them maybe had some moments that were a little dicey for a minute there, but you ended up pulling ahead as you should. The Kentucky losses have just put such a weird, like, feeling on this team. And I mean, not to swing it back to we've talked enough about Mark Pope, but like that game in Rupp a couple weeks ago was so, like, it was so telling of the flaws of our team, because you're up 47-33 at halftime. Nate Ament has 19 in the first. Gillespie, I think, had 11 or 12 in the. I mean, like, we're just cruising. And Pope, to his credit, says, like, okay, anyone else for Tennessee, you're going to have to score. We are going to double Nate. We're doubling Jacoby the rest of the game, and they did. And our bigs just absolutely stunk. And couldn't answer the bell. Nobody else could step up. After scoring 47 in the first half, you scored 24 in the second half, which is just crazy. And my big what made me so mad about that game, like, I just had to kind of tip my cap to Kentucky that they just had a better game plan in the second half, and Colin Chandler hit big shots, and Owe had a great. I mean, like, we just couldn't stop Owe getting to the cup, and Aberdeen hit some big shots. But Jalen Carey, who has in SEC play become this, like, well, what are we getting from Jalen tonight? Because it's either I was so frustrated that he, after the first Kentucky loss, when you blow it at home, that you try to act like a big tough guy once the final horn sounds, and like, all right, like, what good does that do us now? You try to act like a tough guy once the game's over. So let me see what you got. Like, they're calling you a fat ass and everything. Like, come on, like, show me something. Show me some kind of fight, get your lick back, something.
Yeah.
And
Do
this guy
something.
goes up to Lexington and plays 20 minutes, scores 1 point, grabs 2 rebounds. Like, that's what you got? That's it? Like,
Stop.
it was so, like, oh man, that was so so like
Yeah.
those losses are so confusing to me to just crap down your pants twice against this team, because outside of those, dang, it's been fun. it's been
Yeah.
it's been fun watching this team, and no better than I mean, like I said, since Kentucky, you've really handled your business. 3 straight games against Mississippi State, LSU, Oklahoma, all were, we've won by about 10 to 15 in all of those games. A couple of them, Mississippi State and Oklahoma, fought back, showed some fight, and um, we kept them at bay easily. But I mean, last Saturday, going to Vanderbilt, I mean, that was the kind of win that really I have hope again. I have my expectations have been raised, and I know what this team can be, and it was such a great win at Vanderbilt, because I mean, like Vanderbilt, they've come back down to earth a bit, and
Mhm.
top 10 Vanderbilt was net. But then my whole thing was, I want to see them beat teams and be good against teams with numbers next to their name, and or just good teams, be competitive, and they're pretty good. Um,
Yeah.
they didn't play their best game against us at home. It was a close game, but I, it was the best. It felt like a little bit of a throwback to the teams of the last few years with our defense. I mean, the defense was great. You had 8 steals in the game, 3 blocks. Let's see. Yeah, out rebound Vanderbilt by 9, and in a game that Ament didn't shoot that great, but like he has just been the he's been so great for this team, and he's still gonna be a lottery pick, and he's not in the conversation to be one of the first 3-4 picks, but he's not far behind, and he has. There was a lot of frustration from Tennessee fans this coming into January, that he just looks scared. He looks, I don't know, and really since the Florida game, in every game, he either has just torched the opponent, or just has these big shot. I mean, the big, pretty much the ice of the game is him getting doubled by Vanderbilt in kind of at the elbow. There was some chatter about, oh, he traveled, he moved his pivot foot. Like, it was
Yeah, I was
such
gonna say, did he?
if you watch the tape, yeah, his pivot foot moves a little, but it's like,
But then you ask yourself, do you call that in that
because you
moment?
could call that 15 times every game
Right.
in that moment. If I was a Vanderbilt fan, would I be looking closely at that? Sure, probably.
Right.
But he just, amidst the double team, just rises and just knocks down this clutch shot to really ice the game for us. But because I mean, going back to let's see, I'm pulling his stats up here. He's really just been on fire ever since Florida. He's gone 23 points, 17 points, 29, 19, 22, 28, 29, 16, 22, 29, and a measly 13 against Vanderbilt, but hits
The
some
game
of the
winner.
just huge game, basically the game winner,
Right.
clutch spot on the road. I- Before the Vanderbilt game, I had kind of been telling myself that this team is like, after the second Kentucky loss, I was like, I found a little bit of peace in, like, this team is about the most 5 seed team that that I can remember. They're good to decent, not great. If we make it to the Sweet 16, then then I'll take it. Great year.
Sure.
Got to watch a special player before he goes to the NBA. Like, okay, I'll take it. With the idea that we've got a lot of promising young guys. Barnes seems like he's not this in it for him. So let's just see what we can get out of this. But man, to go on the road and play the way we did against Vanderbilt, I'm ready to be hurt again. I'm ready to be hurt again. That was a really good win. That was an impressive win. And now
Marty Hoops is back.
You're looking at the schedule, and
what do they got left in the next 4?
So we play Missouri tomorrow night at Missouri.
Home game or
at Missouri, 9:00 tip. Oh,
woo!
Love
I can't wait to potentially be like, I about cussed hard. I can't wait to possibly be fuming and just looking for any piece of drywall that hasn't been touched to put my forehead through if they lose to South Carolina, only to stay up late into the night with you and watch Tennessee and Missouri.
I saw.
I'm going to be shaking.
It's not either of our teams, but I think I saw for East Coast fans, LSU and Auburn tips off at 10 p.m. tomorrow.
The damn NCAA tournament hasn't started. Like, 10 p.m. 10 p.m. Eastern time. That should be fine.
So ridiculous. Yeah, at Missouri tomorrow. Bama at home this weekend. At South Carolina, and then finish with Vanderbilt again. And so, like,
you could go 3-1 easy. And I always say 1 because
it seems like most of the people who really follow the bracketology stuff closely are all saying you win 1, or sorry, you win 3 of the next 4. And then win a game or 2 in the SEC tournament. It's pretty likely you're a 4 seed.
Yeah.
You go 4-0, you maybe go to the SEC tournament final, and maybe a couple of things happen. You're looking at maybe getting a 3 seed, which is crazy to think of. I'm not thinking that's going to happen, but truly of the next 4 opponents, which Bama's obviously better than Missouri, and Vanderbilt's been better than Missouri. I'm most concerned about Missouri tomorrow night because I know Barnes has kind of got Nate Oates' number at this point. I feel pretty good.
Hey, you're a big just the next opponent, man. I ain't looking past them. Next opponent.
I'm not worried about Bama. We've beaten them at their house. Not worried about South Carolina. They stink. Not worried about Vanderbilt. Now, maybe Vanderbilt comes and tries to get their lick back against us, but I don't want our guys to be looking ahead to the big game on Saturday against Bama. Because tomorrow night, Missouri's they ain't bad.
They're scrappy. Yeah, they're what? I mean,
Dennis Gates of hell over there.
I think that's what some Missouri fans would say that too. They're like, what is he putting me through again? Dang it. I had the standings pulled up just a minute ago.
I got it here.
Okay. Dang it.
We're looking at
Missouri is
they're 8-6 in the conference, 18-9.
Tied with Cats, Vanderbilt, and Texas, all for 5th place. No, I'm sorry. A&M's in 5th because they're 9-5. So Vandy, Missouri, Kentucky, Texas, all tied for 6th with 8-6 records in the league. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. And you'd have to get like a Big Bill or somebody else, Sammy or somebody on this podcast, ask them what was their hopes for Missouri. I mean, I think that they'd probably take a 10-8 league record.
Yeah,
because you probably still finish like 21-10 or something where you're like, not bad for coming off of like what we had the previous season. You're not going to like complain a whole lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, nothing to just gloss over. Got to
Nope.
go to Columbia, handle your business, and then get home, rest up for Saturday.
Yeah, I feel pretty good. I mean, it really feels like unless we're playing Kentucky right now, we're a pretty good team. So I feel we need a. It's been encouraging to get a couple good wins. Last couple without Estrella, he's still kind of a little bit of a concern. He's having some pain in the foot that he was out all last year for. And so I think they're trying to take it easy with him. He's kind of day to day. So I mean, like we said all season, it's Jacoby and Nate as we go as far as they take us, and then role players just do your job, give them a little support.
Yep.
So I guess I feel pretty good.
Actually, I think this is a good segue into. I had one other question I wanted to do for us, which is our boys. Ryan Hammer likes to do a bit called the panic meter. Now they do it based off of just random teams. He'll just collect and ask his brother. Panic meter just for us though, cats and balls. Out of 10, what's your panic meter rating? Going into the last 4 games, heading into the SEC tournament.
I would say I'm at like a 2 or 3, 2.5.
That's fair. I was going to say it should be probably in the green. Like green, yellow, red. Yeah.
2.5. I have there's still concerns. This team's not elite, but based on if we were looking at playing Kentucky again, or if we were going to play Florida again, I'd be a little more, or Arkansas, I'd be a little more anxious. But looking down the barrel at some teams that I've seen us beat already and beat pretty decisively. So yeah, 2.5. What about you? You're what? You gotta be like.
Do I need to even give a damn answer on this one?
4.
Yeah. Multiply that by 2. I'm probably at like 8.5. And 8.5 can go to like a 15 very quickly.
15, I think your pitchfork is in hand.
Everybody just go ahead and plan on like, you need to text me and ask me are you on the way to Lexington if they lose?
Yeah.
I might be in the car.
Yeah.
Hitting
75. Do you have the bail money set aside?
Hey, just know, can you handle the kids for like 2 days? I'm probably going to be gone for a second.
Yeah.
Somebody handle my appointments. I can't do it. Yeah, I'd say 8.5. But if they win, drop it down half a point, keeping it an 8. Like I think if they go 2-2, not only do I think that they're in the tournament, you're probably like a 9 seed.
Yeah.
Something that's not super desirable, but like at this point, I'm kind of like, whatever, just be done with the regular season, move on.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to steal one out of A&M, Vandy, Florida. I probably would lean. You beat South Carolina. You beat Vanderbilt at home. A&M's on the road. Florida's also at home, but I'm just not. I'm not banking on that one. Yeah. So you'd have to pick out of A&M and Vandy. I don't know. I mean, maybe there's something there with A&M not looking like juggernauts all of a sudden, but I'm just saying, go 2-2. You're in the tournament, and then I really have to lean into the whole bit of like, I don't know, let's just see what happens, despite everything else I've said. So, that was talking panic meter. You got a dog or donkey of the week to kind of wrap it up? I have a donkey if I just need to go ahead and.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Steve Triplett, he is our current District 7 school board
You didn't
member.
need to think
And
about that for a second?
no, that as Mark Poe said, that MFer, he is a con man. He's a snake, and it drives me absolutely banana land that ding dong figured out how to manipulate and just don't get me started on the fact that like the state of Tennessee decided, hey, for local school board elections, it's now you have to run on a political ticket. It can't just be an adult who's like, hey, I just give a damn about public education. I actually, part of me is kind of like, hey, should we make standards of like, I don't know, if you want to run for school board, should you have like, I don't know, 10 years of experience teaching? I don't know. That's a whole different conversation, but I'm kind of like, it's made me rethink this whole deal of
that's a novel concept.
A dude who was over at private school in Ohio, stole money, got caught, paid the money back, but makes you think, hey, did you only pay the money back because you got caught? Were you ever going to pay it back? And then had the honor and ability to step away and leave from said private school in Ohio. Not fired, because, that's what would happen to the rest of us.
Mm-hmm.
We would be fired. And told your stuff will be outside the building when you want to come back and pick it up. So he got to do that, and then just happens to live in halls, and I guess was bored. A Crown College product, that dumbest place on earth. Decides he wants to run for school board. He wins because he runs on the Republican ticket, and it's deep red in Powell and Halls. It's not impossible to win, but because it can't just be straight line, you care about school board, all stuff. He wins, and the opponent who ran as an independent, she was 2 decades plus working in SPED, over SPED department, all the stuff, and you think kind of knows about public education. Like,
sounds like a good
maybe
person.
We should vote for Dominique. Nope, she got blown out of the water, unfortunately. So, Ding Dong's up for re-election, and he's decided he wants to all of a sudden in the last 2 months, like, start being available somewhat, which really means like, being at community meetings to talk on a microphone. When for 3.5 years you couldn't find him, doesn't respond to emails, phone calls, invites to events. No, Triple can't be found. But hey, now because it's re-election season, interesting.
Oh, look who's come out of the woodwork.
Interesting. Yeah. And my favorite part was at the community meeting for this whole rezoning deal in Powell. I couldn't keep my mouth shut. I'm just sitting there in the crowd. And he at one point got in the mic and said, yeah, I mean, very, a lot of passion, a lot of people here tonight on behalf of Powell. I will say I've had like just as much or the same amount of voices in other communities that are in favor of this rezoning. I could, like a moth to a light bulb, I could not stay away. I was out loud said, oh, is that really? Where are those people at? Are they here tonight? Can't find them. And then he was like, no, they're not.
That sounds super real.
Yeah. Because I'm looking at everybody who's shown up in some version of PAL gear. Like, yep. Everybody in Amherst was like, could not believe what's happening. So they all showed out. Drove me nuts. I was like, you honestly had the nuts to stand up there and say that to us when you don't even represent them. You don't represent them. And you want to talk about these other, like, let them be here and have their district rep show up on their behalf and come talk. But, sure. Okay. Yeah, that's my donkey. And that's putting it safely, just in case this ever got out.
Yeah.
Which, if this was on Patreon, that'd get ugly quick.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my donkey. I'll say that. Actually, I do have a dog of the week.
Oh.
Aaron Logan, shout out to you. Crushing it. The dessert game back on track, handling it like a champ. Valentine's. I know that she was saying at church here that I think you had mentioned it too over text of just handling a lot, trying to figure out like, how do I jump back in being not just a parent, but a spouse. And now I'm like launching back my business that kind of looking at like, let's give this thing a run and do it full time. And handling it all makes an unbelievable product. It's fantastic. So yeah, shout out to you, Aaron. Crushing it. Way to go.
Have to say I agree with that one.
Hopefully I didn't steal your
no
your thunder on that one.
I mean, it's like my unspoken standing dog of the week is my wife. She's killing it. I'm so proud of her. The baking's great and yeah, it's been great. I don't really think I have any donkeys. Dog. This is it. The dog is not so much a person as much as it is a thing, and that is this Wednesday. Survivor 50 begins. It's just such a great television show. It's so good. I can't wait. I've been listening to Survivor podcasts. I've been on Survivor Reddit. I'm embedded in Survivor world right now, man. It's the best show. It's incredible. I can't wait. I can't wait to see Uncle Jeff Probst on that beach in Fiji telling people that it's time. Are you ready for a challenge? And this is what you play for. This is why you came to Fiji. Survivor.
Oh my God.
It's a great show. It's so
I love how much you love it. I don't know if I've watched 2 episodes in my life.
It took me I'm late to the game. It was like COVID that I've been aware. I remember in 5th grade having a teacher who like had Survivor merch all in his room. He was obsessed with Survivor, and I just was always like, that's just some reality like I just took me until I was like 30 to really give it a shot, and I'm just like, what? I can't believe I wasted all those years with this beautiful product right in front of me. But thank goodness the internet. It's all there. I can go back and watch it all, and I have. And, it's such a great show. Survivor.
I just
50.
love imagining if you need to pick me up, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna go to like season 36, episode 7. I just got it saved. Just always know I can go back.
Yeah, it's so good. I can't wait. Jeff, then I guess I'll just say Jeff Probst, my dog of the week. Thank you, Jeff.
Shout out, Jeff.
That's all I got.
Me too. Well, let's pray and hope Tuesday goes well for both of us. Because man, if one goes bad, like whatever, we could pick each other up. But if it both goes bad,
soggy sorrows.
Like there's another level of like we're both in the hole, but like also I'm gonna like keep digging the hole even further where you're gonna be like, hey, I don't want to go down that far. It's too dark for me.
A bad loss, and it's late at night.
That's when I do some of my best work.
I believe me, I know it's your best work. But like defining what best means in that situation it
can get a little hairy.
Like best for your health? Probably not. Best for content? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Oh yeah.
Oh. SEC. Oh yeah. I mean, lean in hard. Again, Patreon. Maybe we really need to ask. But yeah, postseason losing, especially late at night, at NCAA tournament game when they don't tip off until like 10:45, and then they lose and it's 2 a.m. and you're wondering like, man, is he okay? Surely he went to bed, right? And I'm just sitting there on my couch, just like steam blowing out of my ears. About to put my forehead to the TV. Yeah, that's where I'll be. But we'll see after tomorrow night. Until then, that's all I got. We'll we'll let tomorrow play out. So I'm Big Papa.
Bobby Hoops.
See you, gang.
Deuces.